Paranormal Buzz Radio is proud to present Girls vs. Ghost Media's Spooky Talk with Madison Smith from Madison Paranormal. You can find Spooky Talk every other Sunday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central, right here, live on Paranormal Buzz Radio. Be sure to join in the live interactive chat by going to Spreaker.com or downloading the Spreaker app for all devices.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host, Madison Smith.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. I am Madison Smith, and I would like to welcome you all to Spooky Talk with Maddie. Tonight's guest is someone I have gotten to investigate with a few times so far, at some pretty neat and awesome locations, and hopefully I'll get to do it again soon. He is part of Paranor Mania, and I call him my friend. Give him a spoopy welcome to Robert Gray.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Madison.
Hello.
Hello. How are we all doing?
Hello. I'm doing good, you?
Good. It was a good weekend, and it sounds like you had a good weekend as well.
I did. I am pretty dang tired, though.
I could imagine. I'm kind of tired myself. I had a good day to unwind and collect myself, so...
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So shall we start the questioning?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then anybody listening in the comments, if you have any questions, go right ahead. If you type them in, I will probably see them, and if I don't, just spam them at me. I'll notice. So, how long have you been investigating?
Well, I suppose, just to make it easy, I would say about 3 years, being an actual investigator.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, how old were you when you first figured out how old were you when you really wanted to do this? When you first figured out, oh yes, this is my passion. I want to do it.
My passion, I guess, honestly, it was kind of recently. Like I said, within probably at the beginning of about 3 years ago is what I always say to people when they're first coming into it and they're first getting kind of green rookies, if you will, but being bitten by the bug, the parabug. But I think, I went to a place, an event, and I was bit, and I've been hooked ever since, honestly. I know I had questions a long time ago when I was a kid, but as far as the actual paranormal side of things, I guess was, more recently, about 3 years ago.
All I can say is that bug bite must have been really powerful because you're still doing it.
Yes, it very much was. Most of your listeners probably have those experiences where it was just basically one thing that happened and it opened up a door of endless questions of what is going on, and you want to figure it out. And it's like the greatest mystery ever. nobody can solve it. So.
All right, so I know that you and Sarah are part of Paranor Mania, but my question is, when did you guys first meet?
Okay, so basically the night that I got bitten by the bug would have been the night that we actually, was the first time that we ever met. We happened to be at a location that you know very well of because you were just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The infamous Malvern Manor. I went to an event there. I had to get out of the house. I was cooped up. I was kind of in a black hole of not good. And I needed to get out. I needed to get a break for myself and for everybody else around me. And I seen an event at Malvern Manor that included Dustin and KJ from Ghost Hunters. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, man, that is something that I could do. That's something that I need to do. I need to do it for myself. I need to do this. I need to do this. It was just something calling me, go and do this. So, bought a ticket, went to the event, met some really cool people, but everybody at that event was from like long ways away. I mean, I think the next closest person was like Kansas City, Missouri area. There was people from California, Michigan, just all over the place. And by the end of it, I figured out, well, I'm the only person here from Iowa. This is really cool. I'm like the local. And a little while later, after the dinner portion of the event, I had just kind of gotten to feel that certain vibe, if you will, from the Shadow Man hallway. And not everybody was back from the event, so I thought, I'm going to sneak down there by myself and just check it out. And I walk down there, I come around the corner, and there's some person standing there, and I'm like, hi, how's it going? And I happen to be my para partner, Sarah. We end up having a little bit of a conversation, basically figuring out that we're both from Iowa, and we kind of had a, well, where are you from? Because I'm like right up the road. I'm only 2 hours away. Where are you from? And she's like, oh, I'm 8 miles down the road. Dang it. So right away we ended up striking up pretty good connection. And basically after that, we're like, we need to do this. This is something that both of us, we just have a passion to discover the mystery that it is in the paranormal world, you know, the what ifs, the bumps in the night. We want to figure it all out.
So, how did you both come up with the name Paranor Mania? Where'd that come from?
Well, that one you would actually have to pick that word out of Sarah's brain. That was more her child, and she just basically took two words that she liked, and we threw them together, and it worked. And it literally took me probably a year and a half before I could even pronounce it. I still meet people that still can't. And if anybody actually does come up to me and pronounce it right away, I'm like very proud and honored. That's amazing. That's the first struggle when it comes to our team, is just saying that word.
The name.
The name, yeah. So, and then it was probably, like I said, once I started actually getting it down myself, because I was struggling with it too. But once I did, for whatever reason, I ended up coining the term, but I call all of our followers and anybody that, you know, is behind us, helping us, I call them our Paranor Maniacs. And we love you all, you know, everyone out there. That's another word that we like throwing out for everybody. So yeah, the word comes from her brain, not particularly mine.
Yeah. All right, so I know how Sarah feels about her Ouija boards. She loves them, but really, what's your thoughts about them?
Honestly, I stay away from it. I really do. I don't know what it is. We've had this argument many times, but there's something in me that just says, just kind of stay away from it. Because I'm not 100% on everything that there is about it, because I know people that mess with it and don't do it correctly. And if you don't do it correctly, then you could have trouble.
Bad things can happen.
And right. And I'm still on that level of, I don't know it completely. I've had the chance to observe it and watch it, and it's had some amazing evidence come through on it. Mm-hmm. But it's still a tool that I'm just not 100% comfortable with yet, I guess. So, nothing against it. I have nothing against it, as long as you know how to use the tool and how to properly open and close it the right way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Now let's answer a little fun question. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So what are your favorite investigating snacks?
Ooh, my favorite snacks?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one. I will let you know right now, my drink of choice, and if you haven't had it, I suggest, like, as soon as this is over, go and get one, because it's amazing. But they're a rock star drink, and it's called whipped strawberry flavor rock star. It is amazing. No joke. Have you had one of these, Madison?
No, I don't have Monster or Rockstar.
Well,
I don't have energy drinks. I just don't drink energy drinks.
At your young age, don't start, because you'll get hooked on that stuff. It's so good. But that's what keeps me going through the middle of the night when it's 2 a.m. I just need that little extra boost, that little extra energy. That's one that gets me through. As far as a food, I'm pretty much out for, like, all sorts of snacks, but I don't have, like, a 100% go-to. That's a good question. I do have one that I really like. I have this combination of, if you know, like most small towns in the Midwest have a Casey's, and if you literally give me a slice of pizza and veggie straws, I'm done. Like, I'm good. That's all I need to get through a day.
All right.
Sounds weird, but it's my go-to.
Yeah. All right. So I know that you had an East Coast adventure this spring and got to investigate some pretty awesome places. Where were they?
So our very first stop, we were fortunate enough to, I wasn't really doing an investigation there, but we did get to just experience it and explore it. I learned, I'm kind of a history guy. I love history parts of any location that we go to. I love hearing, you know, like when it was built. I like envisioning what it looked like back in its prime. But the first one we went to, as far as not really an overnight, but it was Gettysburg. The place was amazing. It's always been somewhere I've always wanted to go, even since I was a kid. You know, you always hear about it. But once you start opening up that door in your mind of the more spiritual things and the more paranormal, Gettysburg is just very powerful. So that was amazing. If you've never been, I would suggest absolutely go. Just explore it and hear the stories and envision it. Our second stop, we drove up the road and we went to this place, tiny little place, hardly anybody's ever heard of it. But it's a place called Penhurst Asylum. Absolutely breathtaking, amazing location. I couldn't even get over the mere size of it. The buildings there are falling apart in disarray, but they're beyond amazing. The place is amazing. It was always one of those places that was always on like a list. It's still on a bucket list place for a lot of investigators. But to be able to actually say that in the 3 years' time that I've done this, and I've actually spent the night in Penhurst is like, I'm like just cheesing about that fact, It was an amazing location. Amazing location. Our third, I guess it would be third place that we went to was called I just lost track of it. The Wildwood Sanatorium. There it is. The first one was stumping with me, but Wildwood Sanatorium is a very cool location up in kind of the lower corner of New York. It was kind of like a bathhouse, drug rehabilitation type of place. Doctors cured a lot of people and patients there with natural remedies instead of going all, lobotomies and stuff like that. They did more of the natural thing, and it was a super awesome location. And then the very final location that we went to, and I still to this day, I have this because I had something very huge happen to me there, but it was the Hinsdale House, and that place is nuts. Completely, absolutely nuts. I believe that the term would be cray-cray. That's what a lot of kids would use.
Sure.
You don't use that term?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just me, I guess.
Yeah, just you. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that concluded our Eastern Coast run of places to go to. It was very fun.
All right. That sounds fun, just be honest.
Oh yeah, it was.
All right. So at Hinsdale, I heard that you had quite the experience and got to scream like a little girl. What happened?
Oh.
What happened?
You can tell Sarah that I did not scream like a little girl. But I did have something happen to me, and it basically woke me up in the dead of night, straight up off the couch. And it was kind of it just had this lucid dream going on. And I remember very vividly a very tall, slender man, black entity standing behind me in the couch. I was sleeping on the couch, and it basically got underneath of me, and the force of him like lifted me up out of that couch, like trying to throw me off the couch and out of the room. And I woke up from just a dead sleep, just straight up off the couch, trying to catch my breath, looking around like, where am I? What's going on? The hell just happened type of experience. And yeah, it's something I'll never forget, because it was startling, to say the least.
All right. Did you have any other experiences while you were over there, or was that it?
No, we had a bunch of other stuff happen. But as far as like hardcore for me, it was that moment. Like, I will never forget that moment as long as I live. I will remember that moment. And I'm still sitting here going, do I really want to go back? Part of me says yes. Part of me says hell no. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I want to do. Guess we'll see in due time.
Like, I'll go.
Yeah. And I didn't scream like a little girl either, Babson.
Sure. I could just imagine you. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Who's that? Sarah? Is that you? Oh, no, it is not you. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna head out. I'm done. Bye.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how I even went back to sleep after that happened. I don't think I even did, honestly, but yeah.
Who knows? Alright, so I know that you've put a lot of hours into investigating Malvern Manor. What are some of the things that have happened to you that, like, you just freaked out?
At Malvern?
Yeah. Malvern Manor.
I've had a couple moments where I've basically just kind of stopped and tried to assess, like what just happened. My very first one that really, really kind of got me, and that was the bug that bit me. But we were doing the event upstairs, Malvern Manor. I was in the hallway looking down I was standing basically between the attic and Hank's room, and they were calling out, they were doing EVP sessions, and I was the only one in the hallway. Everybody else was in room, the 17 and 18 rooms, and I know I saw a shadow figure run from Hank's room towards the back bathroom area, and I just had to stop, and I was like, guys, I had to call out because that was my very first, what was that? Make sure I'm not crazy. And Lee Kirkland was there, and he actually came out and was like, tell me exactly what you saw. I told him, and he's like, that's crazy because you're the third person that has seen that tonight. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so I'm not losing my mind. Actually, somebody else has, 2 other people have seen this. So that was cool. Another one that got me, and it was shortly after that, went down, was doing a walkthrough, kind of doing a Facebook Live. I had a few friends of mine that were there, and they were clear down the very far end of the Dark Man hallway. I was by myself, and I was in one of the rooms. I was basically in the room across from where the washer and dryer are on the main level there, and I very distinctively had a disembodied voice just let out this cold, clammy breath right next to me, and it still gets me. Every time I go in that room, I look around, I'm like, hey, I know it. I know you're here. I know it. And it shocked me. I stopped. And when I say hair on the back of my neck, because I don't have any hair on the top of my head, so it sent chills right up straight through me. I turn around and look just to make sure nobody messing with me, and there was nobody around at all. So that was very, very, very cool experience. And then I've also had 2 different moments where I've seen a shadow figure in the Dark Man hallway. The Shadow Man himself peering out of the room and then going back in, and one on the very far end of the other side of the hallway. I've seen it go across the room, across the windows and everything. It was amazing. And still to this day, I try to explain it, and it's just so hard to explain what you see in the moment. But yeah, it was awesome. So.
All right. So Shay in the comments has a question.
Shay.
All right. So the question is, what is one object in the whole world you would never want to be haunted?
One object in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, does my PlayStation count?
I guess, like, she says anything in the world, so...
I mean, that would be a travesty if that was haunted, because, how am I supposed to do things? Ooh, that's a good question.
I already know my answer.
What's your answer?
Bacon. I don't want my precious bacon to be haunted.
Well, if you're going to go with bacon, I'm going to go with my PlayStation, because that would be the end of the world for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a kid at heart.
Well, yeah, we know that. Tell us something that we don't know. You've already said that how many times? All right. So, here's another fun question, just like Shay's. What do you like to do for fun when you're not investigating?
Oh, boy. Well, most anybody that knows me. They know I'm a huge music concert junkie. I have literally a closet full of merchandise, memorabilia that's autographed. My walls are completely covered in custom prints, albums, posters, everything. I have drum heads autographed, drumsticks, guitar picks. I have a very large collection. That's my other thing that I always do. So usually on my weekends, it's one of two things, and a lot of people that I work with, they're like, so which concert or ghost thing did you do this weekend? That's the number one question I get when I come to work. Which house or which concert? Where was it? What did you do? Because they know that's probably what I'm doing. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thing. That's what I like doing.
All right. So I understand that you're working with both Cult Kingdom and Saul. For those that don't know who they are, and what do you do for them?
With both guys, both groups, I'm huge, starting right off, I was huge fans with them both. And then slowly I just integrated myself into helping with them. Now I am doing all the merchandise and everything that I can with Soul Boys. Yeah. And then I've been helping and selling merch too with my very good friends in Cold Kingdom. So anytime they're in the area and I'm able to go to one of their shows, in between my ghost hunting, I usually try to help them out. I'm just the merch guy. I just tell people, hey, I'm just the merch guy. I'll sell you a t-shirt right away. Whatever you want, I can help you out. But yeah, they're my very favorite bands of all time. Very close friends, sisters and brothers. I love them all to death, and they know that. I actually, just a side story, but the Boys in Saul, pretty soon I'm hoping to actually get their feet wet into the para world. They've been really wanting to come to one of the places that I always go to, because they always ask me stories about it, stuff like that. And recently, with the help of Thomas, we actually got two of the guy and girl from Cold Kingdom. We got them to actually go on their first investigation too, and they actually have a little bit of activity happen to them, and I was happy that happened, and I'm excited to work with them again, and I've been talking with them and try to get them into another location and see if anything happens. So it's a new thing I like to do. I want to get like more both my worlds of the para world and the music world together and go and do things.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
All right. So I heard that someone said that you refuse to eat cauliflower. Why?
Oh, yuck. That's my answer. Yuck.
Why?
Why would I?
It's good.
I'll go ahead. No. Hold on. I guarantee that I can get at least over half, I'm guessing 60% of the listeners to agree with me on yuck.
All right. Let's
do
this.
Happen. So go ahead. I want people to comment below with a yuck in agreement with me on this.
Oh, okay. Wow. Trying to put my own listeners against me. How rude. How rude.
That's what I do. I'm a bully.
Oh, okay, Matt. Love you too, buddy. No, see, now they're listening to you.
Exactly. No. And then we're getting yucks across the comments. I know we are.
Oh, my dad said yum. Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Who did? Oh,
my dad. He said yum.
Yeah. David?
Who said yuck, though? Why would you put my own listeners against me? Shay asked, what is it? Cauliflower? Cauliflower? You like it?
Cauliflower?
Yes, no.
Cauliflower?
Yes, cauliflower. Yeah.
No.
No, see, I like it plain and with cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah. It's a hard pass for me. No thanks.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
All right. So I know my thoughts on this, but what are your thoughts of people talking during investigations?
Gee, I wonder who came up with that question. Yeah. There's a lot of times we go to an event, and one thing that we always try to encourage with new people that are, just getting into this field, there's one thing that you want to do when you're trying to do an EVP. You're trying to be quiet. You're trying to listen, because if you're an investigator, you know that half of the battle is literally sitting in the dark, being quiet and listening.
Yeah.
And when you have to go to an event and explain multiple times
to adults,
hey, let's be quiet, and people can't be quiet, it gets very frustrating. So yeah, I know exactly where this question came from. So,
who do you think it is?
Yeah. Huh?
Who do you think
it is?
Who
do I think it is? Oh, yeah. I know who it is. There's no question about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's very frustrating when, like you said, you're trying to be quiet, you're trying to do an EVP, you're trying to get that experience, and there's people talking in the background, and there's people, goofing and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, see, it shucks when that happens.
Yes, it does.
And then, you go back on the EVPs. Oh my God, it's ghost.
Yep.
Oh wait, never mind. It's just somebody else.
Never mind. People talking.
People talking. Starts going forward. All right, still people talking. All right, I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna wait till everybody leaves.
Yep.
All right. Doop-a-doop. All right, so real quick, would you like to shout out your social medias?
Social medias, basically, our two biggest platforms. Our biggest one to get a hold of us or anything like that, follow us. Shows all of our events. stuff like that, it's just Paranor Mania on Facebook. We have, like I said, the Paranor Maniacs we have as well. And then on Instagram, same thing, just Paranor Mania. You can follow us on there. We usually try to do all sorts of things on both media platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. Good. Nice. Okay. Nice. All right. So I heard something happened to you when you were down in Kansas City. It was something about a face. What happened?
Yes.
And when did you see it? Or like, what?
What was it?
What?
Yeah, it was at the Harris Carney House, Kansas City, Missouri. We were just finishing up a walkthrough with an SLS camera, and we were getting some interactions. I happened to walk into one of the downstairs parlor areas. I was by myself, and I was just finishing up. I had very limited power left on my battery, and my camera was going to start powering off, and I wanted to try to save it. So as I'm looking from the light of the monitor and looking past it into the dark to see where I'm at, what's going on, I look back down, and just between my eyes, playing that, in and out type of thing with light and dark, and I happened to look down, and it was like I just had this grimacing old man, almost looked like a Civil War general or something, with this big, long gray beard, very, very, like, screaming type of look at me, just basically the look of, like, get the hell out of my house kind of look. And needless to say, it spooked the tar out of me. I may have let out a certain word or two. And
okay, way to watch your mouth. Good job.
Yep, I'm watching my mouth. And
kid-friendly zone.
I kind of just went down to the ground, just like, oh, jeez, and I just felt like that energy around me, and it wasn't nice. It basically was trying to, get me out of there. So, yeah, that was another time that I got spooked, if you will. Yeah.
I bet that you screamed like a little girl.
Nope, no screaming, but there was a word that came out.
I'm gonna guess that it was a flip.
Yeah.
Bleep.
Yeah. Good guess.
I know, right? I'm such a good guesser. All right. So who would you consider the person who has mentored you the most since you started?
Oh, wow.
Deep questions.
Good question. That's a deep question, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I honestly, I would probably say, I have, it's weird, but like, I would say our great friend, and everybody thinks the highly of him, was a mentor, and is Josh Hurd. Honestly, that dude is just a endless book of knowledge, and what I really get a kick out of with him is when we sit down to talk, 98% of the time usually isn't even about anything para-wise. It's usually something completely off the wall. Music related is a huge one that we share on, and just weird different things, different mysteries out there in the world, theories, stories, and just sitting there and just kind of just shooting the tar with them, that's one thing that I've always looked up to. I've always looked forward to that. It's just a fun outlet. But then I know I know if I have any issues or anything that's kind of like boggling my brain, like, well, that don't make sense. Why would that be that way? You know, why is this piece of what does this mean? I don't get it. I would take it to him in a heartbeat and let him try to. And usually, a lot of times, he'll be like, well, "Dude, I think probably maybe go this way or go that way with it." I know he doesn't like being like in the front of the spotlight and stuff like that, but like I said, he's just he's one of those guys that he just knows the stuff, and yeah, total props and respects to him all the way.
And Shay has another good question.
Oh boy, Shay's laying them on me hard.
Yeah, it's because Darren isn't here. He's usually the one that comes up with all the questions. I'm serious. Like, last show, he came up with like 700 of them. I'm like, whoa, buddy, slow down. Slow your roll. So, yeah. So, if you had one song to use at a location as a trigger object, what would it be?
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Man, I don't... As a trigger object... See, if I had to choose a song for trigger, it would have to be something from more like in that time frame. Something that goes a long ways back. Almost like... Maybe like Glenn Orchestra type of feel, you know, more of just the orchestra type of sound, I guess. I don't know if it would necessarily be like a certain song, but maybe that kind of sound is what I would use. Because that's something that a lot of these older locations, the people that were residents there or lived there or were held there, they would have listened to music from that time era. So I would go with that. If there's anything from the newer age, like in my genre, I have no idea. There's probably a few I can come up with, but yeah, that's a good question.
All right, and then on the topic of music, what is your favorite song? Like,
what is my favorite song?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that to me. If you had like half an hour, I could give you like my favorite 20 songs, maybe. But
how about top 5 or 10?
Oh wow, yeah. We don't.
That work?
Let's not do that. Let's not go down this road.
All right. I'm not gonna play favorites.
Man, yeah, that's tough. Because as soon as I think of one, I'm going to think of another one, and then another one, and then another, and I'm just it never ends with my musical library in my brain.
Let's just pull out this one. Oh, gosh. Here, I'm just going to pull out this book. Oh, gosh. My brain is overloaded. Nope, not today. Nope,
I'm already
putting that back.
I'm kind of overloaded already on that last question. Man, that was good.
Yeah, probably you. I'm just going to put that back now. Moving on. All right. So, what is your most favorite place to investigate and why?
Well, anybody that knows our team or myself, it's Malvern. It's never let us down. It's never disappointed. It's always something. There's always something happening. Whether it be in the middle of the afternoon, late in the evening, in the early mornings, I mean, it just never stops. It never stops. I've never walked out of there going, wow, that was quiet. I've never had a bad time there. It's always been fun, which sounds kind of weird because there's a lot of people out there listening that are like, that ain't fun. Are you crazy? A little bit, yes. It's fun.
Like we're all crazy in some way, so.
Yeah, we all have our level of crazy, but I've had moments where I'm kind of, thinking, why am I doing this? Stuff like that. But generally, in the end of it, I come out of it going, wow, that was intense. That was fun. And as soon as I leave Malvern, I'm like, I'm counting down for the next time that I'm coming. I always look forward to it.
Yeah. All right. So I know that we have talked a little about certain places, but other than them, have you ever been freaked out at an investigation by something that happened, and what was it?
I guess I've had two places that have always been on my list of kind of, I got to like take a step back and just reevaluate and kind of think to myself, okay, am I good? Am I strong enough? Am I, like, get myself centered, get myself grounded, and then prepare to, have the unexpected happen. The first time, and I've always been nervous about it, ever leading up to it, was the Hinsdale house. I had just a certain vibe, feel the whole entire time we were getting ready to do it. Every day I was like, okay, here we come, Hinsdale house. You hear stories about it, but as soon as you like step on the ground and you're there, it finally sets in and you're like, okay, here we go. My other one, the Hinsdale house, was my first one. I've tackled it. I had an experience. It kind of startled the tar out of me. My second place that it's on my list. We're actually getting ready to go there in the springtime. It's the Sally house. Same thing, that mentality of, okay, here we go. Make sure I'm grounded. Make sure I'm strong, safe. Keep my mind strong. Don't let it get to me. And then go in head first, tackle it, and we'll see what happens, I guess.
All right.
So, yeah.
So a message from Kim in the comments has a question.
Yeah.
All right. So, question. How do you pick your locations to investigate?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
A lot of it's for the beginning part of our journey was just, hearing the name, kind of those bigger names where you always see them on TV and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, I think I want to do that. I think I want to go to that. I want to know more about it. So those were our first ones. And then it's just basically coordinating to do it, getting time to do it, making sure you have, the capability to do it, taking time off from work or whatever whatever you can do as far as your schedule, and then just trying to get yourself on the same calendar as locations, because a lot of these locations, they block up within an hour's time, or a year's time. An hour, a year ahead, usually they're blocked up. So you really got to keep your calendar open, and once you commit to it, you got to commit to it. And then a lot of the other ones, the kind of the smaller names that we've come across, but it's just more of a, hey, we have an open weekend this month. I've heard of this place, and it's relatively close. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see if it's available, and if it is, then heck, let's check it out. So those are basically the two ways that we look at going into a place. The East Coast trip was just kind of a spur of the moment. I actually had a cousin of mine getting married, and she lived literally like 20 minutes up the road from Gettysburg. And I told my team, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be gone for like a week and a half, and I'm going to Gettysburg. And they're like, well, why didn't you invite us? And I'm like, well, this is a wedding, and I'm doing a family thing. And that was enough for them to be like, well, we're coming. Okay, let's go do it. So we planned a 3-stop tour and went and did it, and it worked out really awesome, and got to get a lot of the big names under our belt. And like I said, I'm very, very humbled that being new like our team is, 3 years time, and we've actually went to some really, really big name places. So,
all right, cool. All right. So back on the topic of music.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, let's just pull out that book. So, what is your favorite music to listen to before an investigation?
Anything rock related. I'm a rock and roller through and through. If you'll see me driving down the road, you can hear my car coming, and I'm hitting everything from Papa Roach to Shinedown, Pop Evil, Theory of a Dead Man, Skillet, Tool, Hailstorm. There's all sorts of just different bands that I love. It doesn't have to be screamo or anything like that. It's just gets me motivated and gets my energy up, and gets me ready to head into the storm, if you will. So those are a little bit of the music I listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So another question from Shay.
Shay.
Well, in Deb, but she's typing. Dun dun. Okay, now. So she wants to know: is there any location that you just refuse to go back?
No. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where I'm like, no, I'm not going back. The only one that's right on the borderline is Hinsdale House, but I think if it ever came to be again and it was like, we have the possibility to do it, I have the time to do it, if everything works out, I think I'd go back, just because I have those few questions that are still unanswered. I want to go back and see, is it going to happen again? Is something else going to happen? I need more answers. So, but no, I don't think so.
All right. So how about we do one more question?
Okay.
And then we'll have some fun.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Are we allowed to have fun?
Yeah, we're allowed to have fun. What do you think a spoopy means?
Oh, spoopy talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Should you just not pay attention to the word spoopy?
No, I'm a guy. I don't pay attention much.
Wow.
I know.
Just wow. Okay. All right. So, what are some of your upcoming events for Paranor Mania?
All right. So, a few of the events that we can talk about here in just a very short time. On Halloween night, we will be at the always entertaining Malvern Manor. We have a new camera system that we're going to integrate into our investigation, and it's something that we're going to be able to actually use through the entire night with Facebook Live. We're going to be able to broadcast almost everything that we're going to be doing there in Malvern. So if you want to come along for the journey, you want to watch us, and you got nothing better to do on Halloween night, you can come and join us. You can ask us questions, maybe throw in a dare or two on somebody, and see if anything fun happens. Shortly after that, a few weeks after that, a really big event. It's going to be on November 20, what was it, 22nd? I don't have a calendar in front of me. Should. because I'm horrible at planning things.
Exactly. That's me.
Yeah. 22nd and 23rd of November. We're going to be having a 2-night investigation on Friday night, Saturday night. Friday night we'll be at the Squirrel Cage Jail in Council Bluffs, Iowa. We'll be there with our friend Josh Hurd from Malvern Manor. A very good friend of ours from Colorado area, Richard Estep. He's a very well-known author. He writes books on every location that he goes to, and he will be there as well. And then our big guys coming in, they're going to be helping us, but we're going to have Chris and Mike from the Tennessee Race Chasers. They'll be in town. The first investigation for the Tennessee Race Chasers in the state of Iowa was at the Squirrel Cage in Malvern Manor. We're going to be having the second night at Malvern Manor. We still have 6 tickets available for that. If anybody's interested, come down and join us. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have a little break. Winter will be setting in, doing its thing, trying to do stuff during the winter. Not always the funnest. So we usually take the winter off and just try to calculate for next year. We do have a bunch of stuff going into next year already. We have some things that I don't want to talk about too much quite yet, but we do have a bunch of places coming up. One of them, though, I will let you know, because I already talked about it. It's going to be on the Sally House. So on May 2nd, we're going to be doing this I guess it's the 3rd annual Mustangs to the Manor cruise that we put together. Not only with my Paraworld, but I also have a Mustang, and I have a Mustang club that I run with. And I put together 3 years ago a cruise to a haunted location. We had a lot of response. A lot of people enjoyed it. And so from now on, I guess I have been bestowed making this cruise for everybody. So the 3rd event on May 2nd is going to be going to Atchison. We're going to come down there. We're going to go to the McAteer Villa. We're going to do a bunch of tours around town, and then the very last part of the night, we're going to be locked down at the Sally House. And very, very excited, nervous, anxious, all the emotions all rolled into one. So,
all right.
So those are a few of the events coming up.
Okay. So, shall we start the fun stuff?
Oh boy, now we're just starting the fun stuff. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, I have this thing called Rapid Fire with Maddie.
Oh boy.
Basically,
I'm nervous.
The goal of it is to answer the questions fast as you can. Yes, I'm going to be timing you with my timer.
Oh. Okay.
And then if anybody in the comments wants to join along, go right ahead. And yeah. Let's see.
Okay. All right.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right. Your greatest achievement?
Being a dad.
All right. Last time you got scared?
Hinsdale House. That would have been back in September. Was it? I don't remember. August. Yeah.
All right. Where do you go to relax?
Concert. Music.
All right. Who is your favorite superhero?
Ooh. Do you really consider Deadpool a superhero?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna go with the dead. Yeah, Mr. Deadpool.
All right. If a movie was made of you, if your life was made a movie, who would play you?
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who would play me? I don't know. I don't think anybody looks anything like me. I don't, Madison. I'm being time too. I don't know, girl. That's a tough one. Can I phone a friend?
Sure. Sure.
I don't know.
He has chosen phone a friend.
Yeah.
Here, how about we come back to that one at the end?
Let's pass. Let's do a pass on that.
All right. What is your favorite hobby?
Wow. I don't know if it's really a hobby, but like collecting musical memorabilia,
All right.
I guess.
All right.
That's kind of a hobby, right?
Yeah, I'll count it. All right. Where is the worst place you could get stuck at?
In a giant thing of quicksand?
All right.
Wouldn't that classify as being the worst place you could get stuck at?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. What is the thing you're most scared of?
Whew. The dark part of the Para world.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
So if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower be? Like, what would your superpower be there?
I guess to be able to see the unknown.
All right. What's your best childhood memory?
Oh, wow. Best childhood memory. Wow.
Wow.
But I'm still a kid today too, so does that count?
Yeah, it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll count it.
Wow. Best childhood memory.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that's tough.
You want to come back?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have one particular. I just like being with mom and dad and being out on the farm and just running and doing all that was basically my childhood memory. That's part of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how cool are you?
Oh, wow. That's such an unfair question. I think we should ask everybody else that question.
All right.
I can't rate myself. That doesn't make sense.
Rate him. No. All right, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Be nice. Be gentle.
I'm going to say that you're like an 8 or a 9.
Who said that?
No, I said that. I think that you're just an
Oh,
8 or a 9.
you said it.
Yeah, just to be honest.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. Hey, it could have been a 0.
It could have been.
All right. So what is your wait. We already tried to answer that, and you were like, no.
No.
No. All right. Matt says that you're 9.5.
9.5. Wow. I'm a half a point away from a perfect 10. Wow.
Here, I'll give you the half
Matt.
point. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Matt, thank you so much.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 right there. All right. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Ooh. I would say something like maybe like an owl or something that can fly. Because how cool would it be to fly around all over the world in place? That'd
True.
be cool, right?
Yeah.
And then the owl can see in the middle of the night too, so it's like got X-ray vision almost. That would be pretty cool.
I would just be an otter, because why not? I like swimming.
Why
so.
not?
Exactly. All right. So what is your favorite movie quote?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
All right. Who do you admire the most? That's Huckleberry Finn, right? No, maybe?
No, it's not. No. I'll let you think about it.
I don't know.
Who do I idolize the most? Ooh, that's a good one, too. Who do I look up to the most? I don't know if I have one particular person, but I really look up to a lot of the bands that I follow. I'm always more kind of envious that they're up there doing that thing, and that's something I always wanted to do when I was growing up. Never got the chance to do that, but I really look up to a lot of the guys that I follow through music and stuff like that. And fortunately, I've gotten to meet several of them multiple times and gotten to actually, sit with them and talk with them and become friends with a lot of them. So I don't have one particular, I guess, but just a lot of the music guys and ladies that are on my wall or whatever. I idolize them, I guess. So.
All right. What is your dream job?
To run around the world with these bands, and then on my off time, go to a lot of spooky locations. That would be my dream
Describe
job.
yourself. All right. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Laid back, sarcastic, and collected.
All right. What's your nickname?
I don't know if I have a nickname. I know there's going to be a few people that are going to be like, they'll say this or that, but I don't think I have a particular nickname. I always run with one that was bestowed upon me when I was more of a teenager, but people call me Bobino, and that's kind of stuck.
Oof. All right, Now a very important question. Real bacon or that fake turkey bacon?
Real bacon.
Heck yeah. Best friends forever.
That's right.
Yeah. Residential or commercial investigation?
We've only done commercial up until this past weekend. We actually did our first residential, and it was very, very interesting. We had some very, very substantial evidence happen, and I was very intrigued with the location and the family, and I can't wait to go back and check it out even more to see if there's anything else that we can collect. So I'm going to go with commercial because that's basically all that we've done. Still getting our feet wet with residential. So.
All right. Dogs or cats?
I'm a dog guy, 100%. And I tell people this, I love dogs to death, but I have 2 cats that were basically left here. And here I am years later still with these cats. And I'm not a cat person, but here I am.
Here you are, holding 2 cats, Yep. I got cats, but I like dogs.
I do. I love dogs. They're fun.
Yeah, exactly. I babysit them, and then I have my 2 little snot buckets downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm sorry, Sassy. Okay, back to the show. Horror or adventure movies?
Adventure. I just don't get much out of horror movies because they just almost are too cheesy, and I don't get scared with them. I'm just like, wow, didn't see that coming. So I like more of an adventure type of thing.
All right. Late nights or early mornings?
Nights.
Same here. Pizza or tacos?
Yeah. Ooh, both, but if I had to choose, I would probably go with pizza. Because it's kind of my go-to.
Goat-to?
Yes.
All right. DC or Marvel?
No. Ooh.
Ooh, the questions await.
That is tough. Marvel.
All right. Xbox or PlayStation? I already know the answer.
Yeah, you already know the answer. PlayStation, all the way.
Okay. Pie or cake?
Ooh. Depends on the pie. Boy, that's tough. I'm gonna go with pie. I'll just go pie.
Right.
Just do it. Yep.
Okay. Which do you like better, winter or summer?
Summer.
Soda or pop?
Neither. I don't drink either. I haven't really had either in such a long time. Up till this weekend, I had to have one because it was the only thing available. But if I had to say one of the two terms, I call it pop. I do.
I call it soda pop. Nah, I just call it soda.
Yeah.
Dad, I want soda. All right. Ghost hunter or ghost investigator?
I like using an investigator term. Sounds more professional, even though I know I'm not. But
exactly. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Which do you like better, ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
All right. Then what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh. That is also a good one. Whew. These are tough questions.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I have. I don't know. I'm pretty much. I mean, you could literally just throw vanilla in front of me, and I'm peachy keen.
So anything.
Yeah. I'm more of the. I will let you know though. Like if you gave me the vanilla strawberry chocolate combo, I'm taking the vanilla and strawberry straight out of the middle. Okay, I'm that guy. Yep.
That'll be me too. So, all right. Star Wars or Star Trek? You already know my answer.
Star Wars.
Yes,
Star Wars.
Fam.
10,000%. Yes.
All right.
I'm a huge
Creamy
Star
or
Wars
chunky?
nerd.
Creamy or chunky peanut butter?
Creamy.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
So now back to the one question. If a movie was made of your life, who would play as you?
Man, that's tough. I'm just going to go with somebody like, I'm going to go back to the idol thing, people that I looked up to. Somebody that I've always idolized, I guess, I kind of thought about it, like, so I'm going to combo that with this question and just make it the same dude, but Dave Grohl, lead singer Foo Fighters, drummer for Nirvana, he's the reason I was a drummer when I was growing up. His music, everything. I would love for him to like play me in a movie. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So there's my answer. Yeah.
All right, and then I think I know the movie. Like I've heard the phrase before. Isn't it called like Gravestone or something?
Close. You're getting closer. Yeah. Tombstone.
Is it? Oh, that freaking close.
It was close.
I've heard it before. I'm like, I know that phrase. All right. Do you want to hear your time?
What was it's horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah. People usually take like 3 minutes, and you took 15 minutes and 56 seconds.
Nice. You gave me some tough ones, though, and you were sidetracking me, so You know.
Yes, I
I'm
was.
gonna blame I'm gonna blame that on you.
Oh, okay. Just blame it on the girl.
That's right.
Jeez. All right, and then before we go, what's your favorite vegetable?
Yuck. Not to be the Iowa guy, but corn.
All right.
Sounds kind of corny, but I mean, there it is.
Wow, the puns.
I know, I'm punny.
Very.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, you ready to wrap things up?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for everybody listening, really. Thank you for my guest to come on and talk with me and myself. Yeah, no problem. Now, see, I told you that I'd get you on here.
Yeah.
Look at you now, you're on.
Look at me. Now I'm somebody.
Yes, you're famous.
All because of medicine.
Totally. Not really, but hey. Alright. So, once again, thank you for coming on, talking with me and my listeners, you know. I know that you have a really busy schedule, so... Yes.
Nope. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And then, for my listeners, thank you for listening tonight. Thanks for just tuning in, listening for me and Rob, you know. Me and Kook over here. Here, let me use that term. Cuckoo. Wait, no. Wait, what was that? Coco? Cuckoo? Cray.
Cray.
Cray cray. Yes. Okay,
there. You go.
There. Mr. Cray cray over here. All right. So my next show will be on November 3rd. Wait. No. It will be November 17th. Sorry, this was... My schedule's all messed up. I don't even know anymore. I'm like... Alright. But either way. So, yeah. I hope that all of you have an awesome night. And, my Instagram, once again. So, my Instagram is Maddie_Paranormal_investigation on Instagram, and my Facebook is Madison Paranormal Investigation. So for tonight, peace, love, and happiness. And most of all, be spoopy, everyone!